same as me. I know that I can do all things through Hamashiach who strengthens me. It doesn't matter if it seems impossible. With Yah, all things are possible. He said I'll be able to do greater things. And every word He promised me, I believe. I know I won't be defeated, 'cause I'm rising when I fall. You see my ancestors, my founding fathers, protected their sons and daughters. That same blood is running through our veins. We let giants slay, bears and lions. Yahuwah's with us when we're fighting. Emmanuel, we cannot be tamed. Through rain and fire, we will lift our higher. God is always good. It doesn't matter what we face. This is joy, come on, make it. We will overcome. Nothing can stop us overcoming in our blood. Cast fire inside us, put your enemies spell. Nothing a conqueror like Yahuwah. We can't be stopped. Nothing can stop us overcoming in our blood. Cast fire inside us, put your enemies spell. Nothing a conqueror like Yahuwah. We can't be stopped. Don't touch my anointing, do my prophets no harm. They hide in my wings, never one by my arm. Vengeance is mine, you don't want no smoke. And this way I should run, coming before you go. The lion and the lamb will rise up, taking the people with us. We know that you intended to be our surround, but now we're away and we will prevail. See my ancestors, my founding fathers, protected their sons and daughters. That same blood is running through my veins. I'll let giants slay, bears and lions. Yahuwah's with us when we're fighting. Emmanuel, we will not be saved. Through rain and fire, we will lift our higher. God is always good. It doesn't matter what we face. This is joy, come on, and we will overcome. Nothing can stop us overcoming in our blood. Cast fire inside us, put your enemies spell. Nothing a conqueror like Yahuwah. We can't be stopped. Nothing can stop us overcoming in our blood. Cast fire inside us, put your enemies spell. Nothing a conqueror like Yahuwah. We can't be protected their sons and daughters. That same blood is running through my veins. I'll let giants slay, bears and lions. Yahuwah's with us when we're fighting. Emmanuel, we cannot be tamed. Through rain and fire, we will lift our higher. God is always good. It doesn't matter what we face. This is joy, come on, and we learning it in one day. All right, y'all, I gotta get my notes. The title of today's message is called Watch and Pray, or Watch, You Gonna Be Brave. So if you can tell your neighbor, watch and pray, or watch, you gonna be brave. Okay, so I got this message in a dream. I actually turned it to a song. It wasn't planned on being a message, but so in the dream, it was everyone, even some of you all from the church. And there was a big outing. It's like everyone in the city was there. And to the left, there was this gigantic carnival, like a fair, like a Fresno fair. And on the other side, there was a cookout. And so you had to go through the line, give your ticket in, and choose if you're going to go to a carnival or a cookout. Some of you all went to the carnival with your kids because you had kids, and the kids didn't want to go to the cookout. They wanted to go to the carnival. So you took them to the carnival, and I ended up going to the cookout because I went to the restroom because I had to fix my lip gloss. And when I came back, I saw people with hoodies on, people dressed regular just like me, but they had knives and they were going around and they were killing people. And I was like, people I know are up there, people that are my family are up there, but there's too many people in the carnival. There's no way I'm going to find them. I don't know, in the dream, I guess there's no such things as phones. And I was like, the only thing I can say in that moment was, I hope that my loved ones are watching and praying so that they don't end up dead. I went to the cookout. Jeremiah was at the cookout. And as I walked through the door, I'm like not worried, because I'm like, as long as they're watching and praying, they're going to be okay. But if they're not, then they're going to end up dead. In the cookout, there was another killer. It was a girl. And she had on a flowery shirt and some light blue jeans and some little flats. Her hair was down and it was curled. She didn't look like a killer. She looked like a regular bystander. But as I was watching, I saw she was going around and she was taking her dagger straight through the back to others. Straight through the stomach. And I'm looking around like everybody just continuing to party on. Like, hello, there are murderers roaming around, okay? But nobody was able to know until they got killed. They were partying. They were not aware. They weren't sober and vigilant. And as I'm seeing these murderers, I'm like, hold on. I know I can't reach the people in the carnival because it's too many people, but Jeremiah, do you see these murderers? And the murderer knew that I saw them, and so she started to run for me. And she got a knife. And so what did I do? I chased her out of the cookout so that she wouldn't kill no more people. And as I chased her out, she turned around and she tried to fight me. So then Jeremiah started fighting her. But then she fighted him. So then I jumped in, so I didn't jump out. And then I started fighting her. And she over here trying to cut me, right? And so she was trying to stab him, right? This is the knife. And she was like this. And so I went like this. And I took her knife and I snatched her knife for her. And then I dagged her with her knife as she was dagging other people. And although I caught the knife, my hands, you know when you get those little ugly little like cuts on your fingers, but it never bleeds? That's how my hand was. She didn't get not one drop of my blood. And as we know from biblical context, blood represents life. Although she was a murderer and my skin made it look a little ugly, she didn't take my life. Or his life. We wasn't bleeding. After that, I was like, come on, Jerry, we gotta go tell the police that there's murderers, but if we can't reach them, then we'll at least have to go try to find our loved ones. And so we're not roaming around, we just went across the street to the store. And we went to the store and we're like, store clerk, there's murderers, you guys gotta go. And there was this lady dressed in red and she looked real suspicious. So I started looking at her, she's like, there's murderers? I'm like, yeah, you know there's murderers, because I bet you're one of them, huh? And then so she escaped. And then I saw a family that I love, I'm not going to say any names. And then they came in the store and they were pretty much unbothered by the whole situation. And there was a murderer in the store. And I'm like, I gotta tell him it's a murderer. But if I say it's a murderer, the murderer won't hear me. You're gonna try to murder us. Even if you try to murder us, it don't matter because I know we're gonna kill him. But still, for some reason, I didn't want to shout out that it was a murderer. So I was like, all right, I'm just trying to get them out the store. But you see, the mom was watching her kids. She didn't let her kids get out of her sight because if her kids would have got out of her sight. So parents, keep your children next to you at all times in this spiritual battle. And eventually I was like, all right, well, I'm going to have to kill this man so he don't kill nobody else. And then I woke up. It's a really cool song. It's called Watching and Praying. It was not finished. And it's always on today. It's like, it's so good. Right? And so that is what today is about. Watch and pray. I watch. You gonna be ready. Whew. I don't wear glasses, but I'm gonna have to back up. All right. So, the number one thing that we all need to be aware of in our spiritual journey is that spirits search for insecurities. So, what is an insecurity? My hair, my nose, my body. It's a little deeper than that. So the definitions for insecurity are uncertain or anxiety about oneself, a lack of confidence. And the other definition is the state of being open to danger or threat, lack of protection. So, we all know that the devil roams around like a prowling lion seeking for whom he may devour. Something about lions is, before they attack, before they kill, they stalk their prey. Now, the internet said about 15 minutes to an hour, whatever. We know the devil be living longer than that. Your whole life from the moment you're born, right? And so, the Bible compares Satan, Hasatan, to a lion because he stalks his prey before he goes to get you. Auntie Tiffany brought on a message and it's called Study the Footage. Good. Context. And so, as the devil is stalking you, looking for your insecurities, he's checking for your insecurities. And yes, it could be something like, oh, she doesn't like her body. I'm going to use that. But he goes deeper than that. He seeks for that second definition of insecurity. Where are you open to danger or threat? Where are you lacking protection? So, after the lion stalks his prey, you would think he waits till their weak moment and goes pounces and go gets them, right? No. After they stalk their prey, they hide in the grass and they wait for their prey to get just enough close to them and then they devour them. So, the Bible compared Hasatan to a lion. Satan is just waiting in the grass, trusting that you're going to come close to him so that he can devour you. Sometimes Satan don't even have to go knock on your door because you may be in La La Land and you're open to danger and unprotected and you just wandering in the grass, lilies, and boom. Satan was right there hiding the whole time and now devoured. Let's talk about Eve. She was literally, and basically La La Land, she was in the Garden of Eden, like she was chilling for days. Like for days she was chilling. She was walking around naked, not ashamed, got her husband, no labor pains, no period. Like she was just chilling. But you know what? Yahoo only talks really to Adam. He didn't talk to me that much. Whatever. La La La. Ooh, tiger. Because you know all the animals talk back then. Jubilee chapter 2, 3. So she was talking to the animals, having a nice time. La la la. Here comes a snake. It wasn't aware that an animal talks. So it's not like this snake is talking. This is weird. No, all the animals talk. So she's just having a conversation with the animal like regular. And he's all like, you see that tree over there? She's like, yeah, I see that tree. You can eat it. You can't eat all the trees, right? He's seeing how to get in. He's seeing where to get in for her. That's why he's engaging in conversation and hear what she's gonna say back. And then she says, well, you know, we can eat all the trees, but that tree and that tree, we can't eat it or we can't touch it. Touch it. You can't touch it? Beat it. It looks good He was probably just playing around. You should not surely die. Just eat it. Look, it's good for fruit. Oh, you're right. I'm going to eat it. She came close to him. She was like, they had a barrier of trust. When he said, you shall not surely die, look. And she saw it was good to eat. And that conversation, verbally, she got a little close to Satan because she trusted his word. You shall not surely die. It is good for eat. She got close and got devoured because she did die. We all know in the Bible a day is as 1,000 years. She died not 1,000. Less. David. He was literally popping, y'all. He took the throne because Saul was jealous and all that. And he was doing real good. And so Satan is like, I know he ain't perfect. I'm going to look for something. Let me see. Bathsheba, I think you do. I need you to stand out here with your husband. She ain't even doing nothing. She just chilling. And here he come, insecurity detected. He sees that. Satan sees he got an insecurity with us. He needs something that's not his. So we all know the story of David. Just toe up. Well, not his whole story. Remember, he was perfect, safe, Bathsheba, for a reason. And so, he got in at lust. Bathsheba was taking a bath. That's all he needed. Satan's like, oh, so you like Bathsheba, huh? Let me show you Bathsheba. And so, he was just chilling at his little palace. And then here go Bathsheba taking a bath. Coincidentally, right in his view to where he can see. And after that, that was it. You're right, I gotta die. She looking too good with them bubbly bubbles. You're right, I gotta die. And so, we all know Grandpa David, his one little sin, which was really big, but at least it was technically one, but not technically, but whatever. Saul had the kingdom. Literally, the prophet of God came and found him. He had the most dramatic story ever. He was like, y'all told me he will be this and he will be here. You're looking for something, right? He's like, yes, how do you know this? Because you shall be the next king of Yashara. Like the most dramatic story ever. But I guess envy and jealousy ran in his family bloodline because it wasn't too long before he got jealous of David and ended up dying in battle. When David could have took his life, but that's why we don't touch Yahweh's anointed. Jonah was literally popping, y'all. Like, these people who go through these things, they literally have, they're doing pretty good, He wasn't worried about bills and taxes and all that. Like, he was just chilling, with his friends. He was so popular, you know what I'm saying? But all that popularity turned into insecurity because he didn't want to lose it. So when Yahuwah told him to do something his friends didn't agree with, he ran. He tried to hide, but you can't hide from Yah. Nor can you run. It's like you got swallowed up by a fish. And then Judas ate at the table with Yahuwah. Yahusha said, somebody gonna betray me. He just looking like, Judas, that was you. Like, you was gonna betray Yahusha. So why is he complaining? Anyways, he still went and betrayed Yahusha because he loved money. Not because he wanted money, but he loved it. He loved it more than y'all. These are just a few of the biblical examples of where insecurity is. And not where someone is technically lacking confidence, but where they lack protection and where they're open to danger or threat. Because Eve, I remember Trisha said this a while ago, she didn't know her word. She touched it. And Yahuwah didn't say if you touch it. Yahuwah said if you eat it. So she didn't know her word. That is where she was open to danger. David had a problem with lust. That's where he was open to danger. Saul was jealous and envious. That's where he was open to danger. Jonah cared about what people think. He was scared of losing his popularity. That's where he was open to danger. Judas was in love with money. That's where he was open to danger. So when Satan was stalking Eve, David saw Jonah and Judas. He saw those insecurities. And he's like, perfect prey. I'm just going to wait right here in the grass. All it takes is a little money. Judas will be here real quick. All it takes is a little fine woman. David will be here quick. All it takes is somebody to tick Saul off. What could they say? Saul 10,000, David 20,000. I forgot the numbers, but that was good enough for Saul. Now he's jealous, and it's a whole spiral. And he came close so that Satan could devour him, and he did. She died in a day. He literally killed with his best friend. What kind of regret, bro? Like that's horrible. Swallowed up in a fish. And his Judas' death is very gruesome. Go read it. Now, I want you all to take 60 seconds, and I want you to think about a place where you think you may lack confidence, and think of something that can put you in danger. If Satan is watching you, which he is, because you're quite the show, where are you open to danger? Where are you susceptible to lacking protection? Okay, I don't know about 6 seconds. That's a long time. I'm gonna give y'all 15 seconds. Ready, go. Whatever came up in that little bit of 15 seconds, take it to prayer, fast on it. These things come by prayer and fasting. And in your free time, think on it some more, because Yahuwah might bring more to your remembrance. So that we don't fall to Hasatan's traps, what can we do? Surely Yahuwah told us, and he did. He said, be sober and vigilant. Be sober and vigilant. In your insecure areas, whatever came up in that 15 seconds, be extra sober, be extra vigilant. For example, if your insecurity is, I don't know, lust, jealousy, make sure that when it comes to those areas, you are extra watchful. If you're someone who is jealous, maybe you shouldn't be hanging around with somebody who's the best at everything. Say, it's not you, it's me. I gotta go. Okay? If you're someone who's insecure about your body, maybe don't hang out with a supermodel. Just let her know it's not you, it's me. I'm just going, it's not you, you're perfect, but it's just me. Because if you're constantly around those things, you're going to be really susceptible to fall. And we got to remember that a little leaven leavens the whole lump. So there's nothing that's too small that you got under control. Because all it takes is a little bit of leaven. All it takes is one unrighteous thought for Satan to see, she thought something. Yep, she could be a prey. He's just going to be waiting. He's really patient. He's just going to be waiting in that grass. He don't care how long it takes. As long as your name is blotted out, that's all he cares about. Another example is coveting. It might not seem like a big deal. Wow, Jeremiah, you play the piano really good. Next week, I would that I could play the piano. Next week, I would that I could play the piano like Jeremiah. Next week, I'm practicing and I think I'm as good as Jeremiah. Next week, I think I'm better than Jeremiah. Next week, how come they always got him up for worship on the piano? Don't they know I can play the worship for piano too? Next week, here they go, calling Jeremiah again on the piano. Hello, you have other piano players. Next week, now you got affectation. Because it's all about your big moment. All about showing that you can play the piano just as good as Jeremiah. Call me for something. Pastor, I got a testimony. So not too long ago, I asked y'all to help me with the piano. And he did. So I like to show all y'all what y'all did for me. Jeremiah, you're always up here. Yeah, I wasn't gonna say nothing because I wanted it to be a surprise, you know? Like, a lot of people love to just, like, be in the front, like, oh, I'm so much better than this person, I'm so good at this. That wasn't me, so I labored in secrets. I wasn't up here every week like somebody else, so I could show y'all what Yahuwah did for me. You see, it started off so little. At first, you just liked that he played the piano. Then you wanted to play the piano. Then you wanted to play the piano like Jeremiah. Then you thought you was better than Jeremiah. You thought you was better than Jeremiah. Now you mad because you always up here. Now you in his area. Yahuwah didn't call you to play piano. You supposed to be, I don't know, taking out the trash, cleaning the house real good, the best cook in the world, but now you in Jeremiah area embarrassing yourself. Stay in your lane. I mean, Pastor brought on a message about that before. Stay in your lane. You see how it doesn't matter how little bit, that little leaven's the whole lump. And it's going to be a big problem if you don't watch it. Tell your neighbor, you better watch it. The next one is it could be lust. You could be going to the store and you see somebody that you, oh, she's fine. Oh, he's fine. Now you on social media, you see someone who got kind of the same face structure as them. Oh, this person on social media is fine. Now you on a website looking for the same body type. All of a sudden you on dating apps and you got that same body type next to you in your bed. But it started off with he was cute, she was cute. Now you in some trouble and you need to go get checked at the doctor. Tell your neighbor you better watch it. How can you watch it? It's hard. These thoughts come up. These feelings happen. We're in the flesh. Surely Yahuwah told us what to do. James 4:7. Submit yourselves therefore to Yah. Resist the devil and he will flee from you. Okay, submit myself to Yah. Resist the devil. He should flee from you. Piece of cake! Piece of cake! I want to play the piano. Nah, I think I'm more a cleaner or a cooker. But he sure do sound good over there every week. If you are watching and praying and submitting to Yah, you'll have discernment enough to say, this thought is not coming from Yah. In fact, it's not even coming from me. So who is it coming from? Yahuwah don't think like that. I've never thought like this in my life. Oh, it must be Hasatan trying to whisper something in my ear again. Example, it could be stealing. You can go to the store you've never stole in your life. But you had a lot of bills, life, adulting or childing, you didn't get a big enough allowance, whatever the cause may be. And you see this thing that's only $5.99. It's not $200, it's only $5.99. And so Satan's like, you hear a thought, it's like, just take it. It's only $5.99. You're a pretty good person. You've never stole before. Like, it's no big deal. Then you're like, hold on. It's no big deal. I've never stole before in my life. Yahuwah would never tell me to steal. Neither would I think to steal. So where is this coming from? There's nothing new under the sun. You may have never stole, but somewhere in your family line, your great, whatever, was a thief. Or it could be somebody at your job, one of your coworkers have a dirty little secret that they have not told you. And you've been hanging around with them, and all of a sudden you got these new characteristics, and you don't even know where they formed. You don't even know where they came from. And you're like, Yahuwah, what's going on? I've never been like this before. Well, you're not watching, you're not praying, and you don't know what's going on. If you was watching and praying, you would have knew. No. I remember my great whatever was a thief. I felt it because Yahuwah showed me in a dream. I remember my coworker was trying to steal little things. Like she wanted to steal the company sign because she said it would look good on her lawn. This is not me. That spirit is coming from there. So I don't know what's going on, but I know that I'm going to have to pray. I'm going to have to fast, and I'm specifically rebuking great whatever and sister blah 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 from work. Because I don't want her spirits. I have my own battles to fight. But if you're not watching and praying, it's only $5.99. Now you take it and you keep stealing, and now you have stole before in your life. And now you're thinking like this is something you just always had, but it came from somewhere else first. So, when you have these insecurities, and maybe you don't have $5.99, it makes you really sad because it's only $5.99. What can you do? Well, sweetie, self-control, hello, fruits of the Spirit. But what you can do when you're feeling unwell, you can go ahead and bring all that to Yahuwah. Come unto me, ye that labor and are heavy laden, I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest unto your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. It's not hard to not lust. Hello, put on a cartoon, or maybe not a cartoon, they be doing too much. Put on Superbook, read your word. Get away from the world. You have to take a step back. It's not hard to not steal. Tell your hand no and walk out and leave. You have to get yourselves out of these situations. And it's real easy to. And if it's hard, then you come to Yahuwah and He will give you strength. He literally said, I will give you rest. Come to me who are all heavy and laden and burdened, and I will give you rest. So there's no excuse for your sin. When you're saying, it was only $5.99, I didn't know what to do, I needed it. He was just so cute, I didn't know when to come to this big thing. I didn't know that I was going to want to play the piano, but he sounded so good. No excuse. If you was watching, if you was praying, if you submitted to God, if you was resisting the devil, letting him flee from you, if you had self-control, if you brought your burdens to God, you wouldn't be here in the first place. But you're not watching, and you think Satan cared? Oh, she's not looking, I'm not going to snake her. He's literally a snake. He's going to snake you every time. Count on it. But you want to keep putting yourselves in these situations, trusting that your old pal Satan is going to take it easy on you. He wants you in hell. I'm going to be honest. He don't care if you got bills. He don't care if you have problems from your childhood. He don't care if life's not going good for you. All he cares about is taking you to hell. And he will if you're not watching, and if you're not praying, if you're not submitting to God, and if you're not resisting. We are equipped to do these things. There's no excuse. You can't come to Yahuwah and say, I know that you are a hard man, and I was scared because you are a hard man. He's going to say, you wicked and lazy servant, depart from me, weeping and gnashing of teeth. I never knew you not. But remember, y'all, I was always there. I remember when you stole. I remember when you lusted. I remember when you had no self-control. I remember when you was jealous, just like the devil. That's the reason why he got kicked out of heaven. I remember when you was acting like one of his followers, so you could go where his followers go. And that's what weeping and gnashing of teeth. My children would have been sober and vigilant. My children would have been watching and praying. My children would have came to me with their burdens. My children would have fasted. They would have prayed. They would have called out for help. They would have linked up with the congregation and get help. They would have humbled themselves. They would have confessed their sin to their neighbor to get help. They would have been prideful. Oh, I don't need nobody. I ain't talking to nobody. I don't trust nobody. I'm going to do it by myself. No, you're doing it with Satan. He's dragging you to hell.
All right. That's the truth.
So you need to watch who you allow around you.
That's right.
Most of the time, the sin didn't even start from you, but the people you're around. Some of it do start with you, so don't be thinking you're innocent and stuff. You can wander out of your protected bounds.
All right. That's true.
Yes. You think, oh, Yahuwah with me at the strip club. Yahuwah with me at the bar. All these other places they go. Yahuwah with me. No, he's not. Proverbs 3:6. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. I know y'all heard Trisha's song. Stay in the ways and the will of Yah. Acknowledge him in all your ways. Well, listen to her song. It's not just a cute melody. Acknowledge him in all your ways, and he shall direct your paths. Period, sis.
That's right.
Don't jump into relationships. Oh, she's nice. I think she's not. No, she's a witch. She has crystals, zodiac signs. Stay away. But she's so nice. She's always talking about manifest. How she know Yahuwah manifest? She's not talking about Yahuwah. Block her and leave. Don't be getting into jobs. This is a real good job. I'm so excited. They pay $666 an hour. I'm so excited. Hello, red flag. That should be a sign. You gotta go. Don't jump into the. I'm so grateful Yahuwah remembered his servant. Got me working at Hellbound. I'm so excited. My job is all I have to do is like pick up the ashes because for some reason it's always hot in there. But I'm so grateful Yahuwah knew. No, Yahuwah didn't give you that. That's not what you fasted and prayed for. Don't jump into schooling. Oh, I'm so excited to go to school. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited to learn. I'm gonna, I think philosophy fits me well. All of a sudden, the teachers have done a number on you and you worship Plato a little more than y'all. Y'all said, keep the Shabbat. But Plato said, what is a Shabbat? What is a day? What is rest? You rest when you work. You rest when you buy. No, you in hell with all that. I'm just going to be honest. Don't jump into congregations. Just because they got a cross outside and Jesus lives and the little church bulletin, go away. Because you don't even know. You might be joining a congregation where the pastor's motto is, Yahuwah knows your heart, baby. But every time I leave the congregation, I feel so good because I was so sad that I kept on smoking. And I was like, y'all don't want smoking, so I got to stop smoking. But then the pastor was like, Yahuwah got your back. And he know your heart. He understands that you may get stressed out and you want to smoke. And I'm so happy because I thought I had to change for y'all, you know what I'm saying? But he let me know it don't take all that. And the first lady helped me so much. She kept telling me, you should not surely die. And I'm like, she told me it was in the Bible. I don't know where it's from. But she kept saying, you should not surely die. Like, I felt so good. I was like, you know, all my friends are going to the club. You know, I'm 21. I want to go. But I feel like Yahuwah wouldn't like me. So I feel like I should maybe have, I don't know, like maybe self-control. And I don't know, try to read my Bible that night. She was like, you should not surely die. Go ahead, go to the club. Be with your friends. It could be a way for you to evangelize. And ever since I've been to that church, I've understood that, like, you should not surely die. It doesn't take all that. And Yahuwah knows your heart. So it's okay if you want to sin. Because we're all sinners. We're born into sin that we may live again. You know what I'm saying? That's what he died for. And it's grace because he died. Did you pray about that, church? Because Yahuwah is shaking his head. And he's crying. At this point, he went from anger to sadness. Because he's so sad. And he's angry too that you would believe all those lies. If you would have read your Bible, you wouldn't know that it was Satan who said you should not surely die.
That's the truth.
Don't jump in these support groups. Y'all want to have support groups, right? I'm depressed and I think I need to get around some other people who can help me. So I'm getting around more depressed people. And she always touches my heart because, well, honestly, we were going to commit suicide together, but we didn't tell anybody. But I love my support group. They're so supportive. And I love my alcohol support group because they understand that sometimes you just need a drink. So sometimes at a support group, we just take a drink because we understand it has to be with balance. You can't just do cold turkey. No. Pastor always says, if you're an emotional wreck, don't hang out with an emotional wreck. Y'all just two emotional wrecks. You're going to end up dead, honestly. Uh-oh. I already did what you just said not to do. So, what do I do now? I'm just going to be honest. Matthew 5:30. If your right hand causes you to sin, cut it off. If your eye causes you to sin, gouge it out. This has to be, is it really that deep? Cut it out? My whole hand? My whole eye? I didn't say it, y'all. Who just said it? Matthew 30. Matthew 18:9. Cut it off, gouge it out. The mentality has to be anybody, anything could get cut off. Anybody, anything could get gouged out. Your mama, your daddy, that pastor and that first lady. Yo, if you are anywhere where Yahuwah has not said, I'm going to protect you, like Jonah had to go to Nineveh, you know? That wasn't the best place at the time, but Yahuwah specifically instructed him. And I know Yahuwah did not specifically instruct y'all to go to the club. That's Hasatan. Yahuwah specifically said he was going to be with certain people in certain situations, but if you're roaming where Yahuwah did not tell you to go, in fact, you're roaming where he told you not to go, don't expect to be protected. Nothing is ever me from his love. His love never fails. He never leave me nor forsake me. But if you leave, he's not going to force you. If you want to go somewhere and you don't want to serve him, he's not going to tie you down and say, no, you must obey me. No, he's going to let you free. I just want to live my life. I just want to have fun. YOLO. Okay, you going to end up low. Real low. And we have to remember Amos 3:3. Can two walk together except they be agreed? How you going to be at a job full of devil worshippers if Yahuwah didn't say he has a mission for you? Now, all of a sudden, since your coworker likes to smoke, now you're smoking again. Since your boyfriend or girlfriend, your significant other, since they hate their parents, all of a sudden your mama a little bit more irritating today. Since your friends love secular music, all of a sudden you just gotta hear Usher's song real quick. Since your boss always has anger issues, all of a sudden this tree is in the way and you can't believe it. Since your church people are at your congregation, since it's not really that big deal and Yahuwah will forgive you for lust, all of a sudden you got 5 bodies. You see, you cannot be around people who are not following Yah like you. You're not Yahusha. Let's get it straight. We strive to be like him. But he tells us specifically that 1 Corinthians 15:33, be not deceived. Evil communication corrupts good manners.
That's the word. That's the word.
You see that? But you want to evangelize at bars and strip clubs and whatever else they do. You want to evangelize in these places, but Yahuwah is saying, be not deceived. Evil communications corrupt your man. But Yahusha hung out with the sinner. No, he brought them to him. He brought them to him. He wasn't hanging out at the bars. He brought them to the synagogue. He broke down the parables. He taught them. Evil communications corrupt good manners. You see, good manners. You could have started off with good manners. Respecting your parents, keeping the Shabbat, have all the fruits of the Spirit. You're armored up in the Word of Yah, but you got a little too beside yourself, and you skipped over 1 Corinthians 15:33, and now your good manners are corrupted. You weren't always this way. You Yahuwah had you together, and you were doing good with him, and y'all was dancing, and y'all was having a great time, but then you roamed out of your protected bounds, and Yahuwah let you because he kept telling you, don't go this way, don't go this way, don't go this way, don't go this way, but you kept ignoring him. You didn't just go without a warning. He told you, don't go this way, but you continued to ignore him. You continued to ignore the word, and you went your own way, and now your good manners are corrupted. Now you need to repent. Pray that you're on a reprobate mind. Pray you don't come back right now, because you need to have time to get it together. So, sin is sin. Whether it's envy, lust, jealousy, anger, pride, a respective person, unrighteous judgment, lying. Well, ask for help. I think I'm going to say don't want to ask for help, because that goes into pride. An unrighteous leader, cheating, ambition, selfishness, slothfulness, which is laziness, complaining, pity party. How you throwing a pity party but Yah is good all the time? Control. You want to control everything. I don't need nobody. Well, why did Yahuwah tell us to gather? All eyes on me spirit. I know what's best. I am what's best. These are just a few examples. And you need to be careful for these spirits. You could literally just be chilling, and then you're hanging around people who have these spirits. Or you got the spirit yourself. And all of a sudden, these are your characteristics. This is what makes up you. When they say describe yourself in 1, 2, 3, however many words, these are the words that you write down. Well, you probably for write them down. So yeah, who should write it down for you? So you gotta be watching and praying. Or a watcher really gonna be praying. If you're watching and praying, then there's no reason why envy should slip in your spiritual cup. No reason why jealousy should sleep in your cup, because then you'll know that Yahuwah told you, don't covet your neighbor. You wouldn't be lusting because Yahuwah told you it's better to marry than to burn with passion. And when you find your husband, ask me for it, because how can two walk together lest they be agreed? Self-control. You won't be getting into anger because Yahuwah is your peace, and you're going to come to him with all your burdens, and you're going to say, Yahuwah, this made me angry, because he knows you don't have to lie to him. He already know you're mad. So just tell him you're mad, and he'll understand and he'll help you, but you got to come to him. You won't be having a respect of persons, because you're going to know that it's only Yahuwah that can destroy the soul. All men can only destroy the body. And that everything is Yahuwah's. Whether somebody is rich or poor, Yahuwah gives and Yahuwah takes away. You're going to understand that your little unrighteous judgment means nothing, because on judgment day, everything will be set straight. You're going to realize that lying is an abomination, and the abominable and the detestable don't go to a very nice place. You're going to ask for help, because you don't want to be the one babbing on heaven's gates. Please let me in. I need help. And Yahuwah's like, I sent you a lot of people who can help you, but you don't need nobody, remember? So you don't need heaven's gate. You're going to learn to trust Yahuwah and trust that he'll put people in your life who you can trust, because he's going to give them the background check first. You're not going to be an unrighteous leader, because you know if you're a leader, then you have a greater judgment, because you're not only leading yourself away, but other people. And so you're going to watch and pray. Like our pastor, this man's always praying. This man's always watching, praying for your souls. You're not going to be cheating, because if you try to get in the gate other way, then you're a thief and a robber, and that's hell. You're not going to have this ambition, because your life is not your own. To Yah, you belong. You're not going to be selfish, because what you got, he'll take away. He'll take away your life. And you're going to be selfish with breath that's not yours. You're not going to be slothfulness, because he said you have to work while it's day, because night cometh no man can work. My good and faithful servant. You wicked and lazy servant. You don't want to be wicked and lazy. You're not going to be complaining. Well, you might, but you're always going to remember that Yahuwah is good. And you're not going to let Satan get the glory. Oh, this is so horrible. This is so horrible. Praise. I'm not even going to say it. But no, you're going to say this is bad, but Yah, through it all, has still been there with me. Life has not been fair, but through it all, Yahuwah has still loved me. Everybody may have left me and talked about me behind my back, but Yahuwah is omnipotent. He know everything. You're always going to know that no matter how bad it is, somebody loves you and wants you and cares for you and died for you and has a purpose for you and wants to spend the rest of eternity with you. How more romantic can it get? No more pity party, because Yah's good all the time. You're not going to want to control everything, because once you walk with Yah, you're going to realize that you need all the help in the world. You're not going to say, I don't need nobody's spirit, because you need Yah more than ever. And if he blesses you with people who know more than you, or maybe the same, but you can learn from each other, you're going to be grateful. It's not going to be competition.
That's right.
You're not going to want all eyes on you, because once Yahuwah show you, you're going to want all eyes away from you. You're not going to say, I know what's best and I am the best, because once you meet Yahuwah, you understand you can't come close. So watch and pray. I'm not going to take Isaiah lines, because he just looked at me when I said that. But make sure every day you are living holy. I hope to share the song Yahuwah gave me. Not right now, y'all don't worry. The message is over. Another day. And I hope that you all can learn from this. I know all of this is so stylish, but I hope you're paying attention to the word. I hope that you guys are watching and praying so that you do not end up dead. Even though it was a dream. In real life, that's how the spiritual realm works. There are people dressed up as normal people, people at carnivals, people at cookouts, and there's people going around with daggers taking lives. And if you're not sober, if you're not vigilant, if you're not covered, if you're not protected by y'all, you will end up dead. And that's just the truth. So you have to be watching and praying. If you have kids, don't let them out of your sight. Because in that dream, if a parent wasn't watching their kid would have got taken and yeah. So make sure you're watching and praying. Otherwise, you won't be praying.